Hello everybody, welcome back to our Let's Play of Dwarf Fortress Mineburied. So we are in, well, we're not quite to year 2 yet because we started, I want to say in like the 11th month or the 10th month if I remember correctly. So anyways, we got a migrant wave, but it was only 3 people. Not really enough to completely hatch all of our plans. So we're still going to have to kind of be nickeling and diming out what we want to get done. Now, we still have some things out here. We have thread. Okay, so we just have the thread and some tower cap logs. So if we want to get rid of that wagon, we're going to have to move the thread inside. Well, actually, we don't really even have to. We could just leave the thread outside. I don't think there's anything that's going to steal it. Yeah, the emus, I don't think are going to steal it. So we'll go ahead and just remove that wagon. Get those logs for that. So we have been mining down a little bit. We found some galena and a few gems. Looks like we're exploring a second layer now. More galena, good. And I do see like one more gem. So we could start maybe getting some of this cut. We do have some people that are idle. So we've got some praise and some chalcedony and some rock crystal and some black opal. So we can get them doing that. Who is our gem cutter? Gem cutter is Rith. Oh, how silly of me. We need to rename these people, don't we? So let's take a look. Let's see who is next. Who's next on the list? Well, did we get anybody with any military ability? Sort of. Rith has some military ability. However, Thoram is meant to be an axe or a mace person, so we're going to wait on that. We'll wait on Thoram. So moving down the list, we've got this person's new name is Arnob. I'm not going to do the impersonation this time because I did such a crappy job last time. And yeah, I don't really want to have to, I don't want to have to face the condemnation again. It scarred me. And then Rith, your name is Winthrop. And then our last person that'll be going in this wave will be dun 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 Aethelwolf. Aethelwolf. So Aethelwolf is a farmer. Arnob is also a farmer, but they're kind of different varieties of farmer. Whereas Aethelwolf is more of the traditional farmer, Arnob is more of a animal type farmer. But it looks like Arnob has kind of taken on the mantle of being our stonecrafter at this point as well. And then Winthrop is a doctor slash archer, so hunter. We should probably turn hunting on for Winthrop. Yeah. Actually, we probably shouldn't because we're trying to get Winthrop to cut some gems. So, but fishing's okay too. We don't have a whole lot of gems to cut, so I'm not like super hung up on getting Winthrop to quit fishing because, you know, fishing gives us food. Speaking of food, we need to look at our kitchen settings. So, I think the garden cress leaves are fine to be cooked. Oh no, 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 no. Looks like we started brewing drinks just in time because we're just about out of ale. Are we still brewing drinks? I think we stopped. That's fine. Alright, so it looks like the plump helmet harvesting is going pretty well. Why don't we go ahead and go back to let's go ahead and brew some more drinks. Let's get that started. Looks like we're making some rock pots to store our drinks in. Alright. how's this going down here? Alright, so this is finished. We found more galena, so let's get that mined out. We found some... Excuse me, I've had a frog in my throat. I actually had an aborted intro earlier. I started recording this and like got 3 words in and it was like... sounded like a gremlin or something. So I had to completely restart. Of course, it wasn't no big loss. It was only just like 5 seconds or so. Maybe I should have like went with that one. You guys might have thought that was funny. I kind of thought it was funny. Anyways, so yeah, we'll get that out of there. We can't get this stuff down here because it's on the border. Oh! Missed that. It's like the same color. It blends in with the granite. So, it was hard to see. Alright, so everybody's busy. We've got plenty of room here for people when they come in. Why don't we go ahead and go ahead and plan out where we're going to put some doors. Even though we haven't made the doors yet, we'll go ahead and plan out where we're going to put some doors. So, of course, all of our bedrooms are going to need doors. Of course. Whoever gets that bedroom down at the bottom of the row I just finished is going to be really happy once that gets all said and done, because they're going to have a gem encrusted wall. Oops. All right, now we go over here. We could even put doors here. I've never done that before. You know, I've never had a living quarter set up quite like this. We could. Nah, I don't think so. It's just more work. I don't know. I guess it would add a little bit more character to the fortress. Nah. We'll not. We'll not. But we thought about it. Okay, doors all through there. And of course, we're going to door up our workshops for reasons that I've went into ad nauseum in episodes before. But yeah, we want to get these doors on these workshops. We haven't really done much with our mason yet. It's kind of weird because normally our mason is one of the people that are super duper busy in my fortress. If you watched any of my other series, normally I craft these doors pretty early on, but I haven't been too awful concerned with it in this play. I'm trying something a little bit different, leaving that mason free to kind of float around and do other things. So we're just dooring up all of these spaces. What about, where else do we need a door? I'm going to go ahead and put a door here on the nest box rooms, just in case. I don't see any reason to put a door by that. Did I miss any? Looking around, don't see that I missed any. Good, okay. So who is our mason? Is our mason's probably also a miner, maybe? No, it's Grim, the clerk. So Grim has probably just been doing a lot of hauling. Why don't we turn off hauling on Grim and go ahead and get started on that masonry, and let other people do hauling. So Grim, I want you to make. Let's go with 20 rock doors. It's a good start, right? I want you to make 20 rock doors. Get to it. And then everybody else stays busy with other things. Oh, excuse me. Did I already check to see if the migrants brought any animals? I don't think they did. Yeah, they didn't. Which isn't really too surprising. Wait a second. Okay. I was like, hey, is this my stockpile for seeds? Because it's not supposed to have barrels in it. So I'm thinking what we're gonna do. What kind of makes the most sense to me at this point would be to turn like this right here. Not necessarily into housing, but instead let's turn this into some more workshops, right? Because we're going to need more workshops. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 workshop locations. We're going to need more than that. So, let's go ahead and plan out some more workshops here along this main avenue. Sort of like this. I'm actually thinking about doing something a little different here. Let's do this. Okay, so we're gonna make a hallway back here, right? All the way to the back, and then we go down to here. Okay. So these are all going to be workshops. So we'll just go ahead and get that set up. And then we can do a few different things here. We could do a stockpile here with more housing over here. We could do housing here, stockpile here. I think it makes sense to have a nice big stockpile here. Nice big fat stockpile with entryways here and here and here. And maybe here. And maybe on the other side too. Sure, why not? Why not, right? Let's live a little. And then I'm thinking on the other side we're gonna go back to doing housing, but I'm not really sure. I'm not entirely sure. Now let's get this cleaned up a little bit. It doesn't look, since I changed that over to a road, it doesn't look necessarily right. So let's get this moved down a little bit. And I think it's gonna match up really beautifully with the side across the street, if you will. Yeah, wow. Wow. I love it when a plan comes together. So like that, right? And then we'll start back with housing back here. So we can do, I like the idea of having the 2-lane road right there, right? So then we loop it in back this direction, and it comes in right there. And then we'll say right here, just a 1-laner. And we just start back in with housing. Do we want to do the same type of houses? Or do something a little different? Let's do something a little different. Just playing around here. See how this would look. Same style of housing. It's, you know, it's efficient, and it doesn't quite look so bad as the fingerling houses that I do sometimes. So not enough room there for anything. Okay. And then if we did like a row right there, same kind of business. So we should be able to fit one of these. These rows are 7, so that's 14. Looks like we're gonna be a little bit weird on space here. So what we could do, and I'm open to this idea, is bump that road up top, up just enough to fit in another row. We can't bring it closer to us, so it needs to go up by what? 4 more. So something like, let's get rid of this right there. Easiest way to do it would just be to go ahead and make the housing first and then just shape it around it. Would be the easiest way. So let's just do it that way. And then this will come up to right here. And then we'll just do we even really need 2? I don't know. Yeah, let's go 2. Let's go 2. So we'll go 2 across to here. And then fill that in. And then it becomes a 3 wide there. Now that puts us in an awkward kind of position here, where we have this space. So what could we do with this space? Could be a stockpile. Could be a stockpile. It could also be a small hospital area. We could do that. That sounds pretty good. So we'll have this be a small hospital. Yeah, I like that. And we can also that'll enable us to go ahead and get our threads stored in there. We do have this kind of nasty looking space over here, though. That kind of stinks. What to do, what to do. If we shrunk this down to 1 across, 1 wide, we could fit in another layer of housing. Or not, yeah, another bit, I think. No, we couldn't. We couldn't. Because it would have to start here, it would connect right in there. We could just get rid of the road. I mean, how often do you really imagine that people are going to be going that direction, in all honesty? And then we can just axe that completely, right? Oops. So do something like this. And now we have 8. So that would be 32 plus everything we have down here. That's a lot of housing already that we've kind of got planned out. And it would give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'd be 17 workshops, another nice sized stockpile, and our hospital. One thing we haven't accounted for yet is nobles' quarters, but that'll be okay. We have some space to work with. So Alright, well, we're going to put a cut in there in our next video. I guess we'll go ahead and let them dig this out. You know, we're not really in a position yet to start smelting things down, so we've already found a good amount of galena to be smelted. It's just sitting down there. Nothing's going on. I mean, we could dig down further to get some gems, but we might also find some gems up in here. You never really know. So, thank you guys for joining me, and until next time, game on.